Well, yeah, I think there's an ambition to play Test match cricket and being a Test nation.
একটা টেস্ট খেলুড়ের দল হিসাবে আমরাও টেস্ট খেলতে উন্মুখ। সাদা বলের ক্রিকেটে আফগানিস্তান অনেক প্রতিদ্বন্দ্বিতাপূর্ণ দল হয়ে উঠেছে, তবে টেস্টে আরও অনেক দূর যেতে হবে।
So yeah, I think it's always good and developing.
Well, it's very difficult to replace a guy like Rat with the vast.
বাংলাদেশ একসময় নবীন ছিল, এখন টেস্ট দলগুলোকে হারাচ্ছে। এই লক্ষ্য থাকা জরুরি।
Different,
আমাদের টেস্ট ক্রিকেটাররা এই ফরম্যাটকেই সবচেয়ে বেশি পছন্দ করে। দলে এমন অনেকে আছে যারা সাদা বলে খেলেনি। আন্তর্জাতিক ক্রিকেট তাদের জন্য নতুন, ব্যাপারটা চ্যালেঞ্জিং, তবে কোচিং প্যানেলের জন্য রোমাঞ্চকর। বাংলাদেশে খেলা যে কোনো দলের জন্যই কঠিন। রশিদের মতো অভিজ্ঞ একজন না থাকাটা আমাদের জন্য কঠিন ব্যাপার, তাকে অবশ্যই মিস করব। তবে সামনে অনেক খেলা আছে, এশিয়া কাপ ও বিশ্বকাপ আছে, বিশ্রামও তাই জরুরি।
I certainly see it as him taking a bit of time off now, getting his back sorted out. Well, I think any team that plays at home will always have a bit of advantage.
হোম টিম তো অ্যাডভান্টেজ পাবেই, তার মানে এই নয় তারা আমাদের চেয়ে ভালো খেলবে। আমরা বাংলাদেশের টেস্ট খেলার ব্যাপারে রোমাঞ্চিত। আমরা নিজেদের সেরাটাই চেষ্টা করব। সবাই টেস্টের জন্য প্রস্তুত, এটা নিশ্চিত করা আমাদের কাজ।
And are very excited about playing a test here in Bangladesh. So whatever's happened in the past or whoever's favourites or conditions, or the normal traditional way of playing test.
কোন দল আগ্রাসী ক্রিকেট খেলে, কেউ রক্ষণাত্মক। কোন দল কোন খেলোয়াড় কিভাবে খেলছে এসবের উপর নির্ভর করে। 27 মাস পর আমরা টেস্ট খেলবো, তাই কোন ব্র্যান্ডের ক্রিকেট আমরা খেলবো সেটা নতুন করে গড়ে তুলতে হবে।
Intent that you want to have as a side and the style of cricket you want to play depends a lot on the players. You've got to be able to adjust and be able to do both, attack at times and defend at times. Some teams will prefer to attack more than most times. So it all depends on the players you have at your disposal, or the team has at its disposal. So you've got to find the right balance and what suits you as a side. Tomorrow we'll see that. I also think the more Test cricket you play, the more you can, the more you realise what's your best way of playing. If you look at a side like England, they play a lot of Test cricket. This is our first Test in 27 months. So you've got to be realistic with regards to how the guys are going to play and the type of brand of cricket. That develops itself. It's not something that can be forced. That's something that develops, and hopefully we see Afghanistan playing more Test cricket.
So just the last thing, how ambitious can an Afghanistan player be about Test cricket?
I think just as ambitious as when Bangladesh started playing Test cricket, and you see Bangladesh now going on and beating, certainly at home, beating Test nations. I think that's important to have that ambition. I think that's what drives a game. If you speak to many Test cricketers, I would say almost all Test cricketers, they would say they like playing Test cricket probably the most. It's their favourite format because of the challenge and the test that it creates between the two sides, but also individually as well. So that's the exciting thing, and what I'm looking forward to seeing tomorrow. Hopefully we can have a good practice today and the rain stays away, and we can be ready for the toss tomorrow.
Yeah, Afghanistan test size is pretty much different from the limited over side. Lots of Afghan stars, they don't play actually really good cricket. So obviously Afghanistan does get to play test matches after long break, and this very test you're playing after 27 months break. So how tough that actually, how challenging it is when it does actually get a chance to play test matches outside.
Well, it certainly is. I think there's a lot of guys who haven't been involved in ODIs that much, and not at all. So international cricket is pretty new for them as well. So that's always exciting. I think it's a challenge for them, obviously. But as a coach and a coaching staff, that's the exciting thing: seeing young players coming through and seeing what international cricket's all about. Certainly on the Test stage, it's going to be tough. Coming to Bangladesh is always a challenge for any cricketing nation. So that's the exciting thing in seeing how these guys go.